Hi everyone, I'm Kim with Hulda Art and Accessories. Thank you for stopping by my channel. This painting is going to be another dancer, but in different colors from the last video. And while the technique is similar, some changes are going to make it different. If you've watched both videos, let me know which painting you prefer. There will be a link to the video up here in the little corner. So I'm using some pre-mixed metallic paints today in gold, silver, and copper. So like the other painting, I am dotting these paints on, but with the last painting, I flooded the canvas with paint first. This time I'm not going to do that. I'm putting the paints on a dry canvas. And these are just little canvas boards that are pretty cheap and good for testing out techniques. Putting down some black as a flow extender. And that was mixed, I think, probably a 1 part paint to 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part distilled water, I think. So this is my dancer template. And I want to make sure I blow out the paint to give her a full dress. So if you've watched the last video, you will probably notice that this paint is not moving as well without the canvas being flooded. So I'm going to add in a few more dots of the paint since I don't think I've got enough here to make a full dress just yet. The one advantage to not flooding this little canvas board is that it didn't warp when it dried. The piece I did where the whole canvas was covered in paint, it warped. So I don't know which technique is better. I am back for day 2. This paint is now dry, and I need to stencil on the little lady dancer. So I'm going to trace on the back with a pencil and then flip over the paper and trace the front. This will transfer those pencil marks to the canvas and make it easier to outline and paint the lady with my markers. I need to make sure she's lined up properly. I don't want, the dress to end up in her head, or not have enough dress in the right place. So I mentioned it in my other video that, I was trying to put these videos out twice a week, and it just has become too much. So I'm probably only going to do once a week. Between the recording, the painting, the editing, and then also running my normal business, it just got a little overwhelming for this little one-man band. So when I trace the lady on, I only do her limbs and her head. I have these Arteza markers, and they have a fine tip, and I'm going to just use these to outline her limbs, and then I will paint the limbs with the markers as well. So one of the issues I have come across with these is that the black paint is really hard to cover if you make a mistake. Even if I, try to use white paint to cover it, it just does not, the black paint is not forgiving for mistakes. So if you have any suggestions on how to make that a little better, let me know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the top of her dress. I'm contemplating using the copper marker to make it a one-shoulder dress. I'm sure that has some technical fashion name, but I don't know what it is. And then I'll leave, part of the copper at the top and then fill it in when I get up there. Yeah, so you can see I left a little bit of the copper paint, and then to kind of look like it has a one-shouldered dress, and I'll fill it in with a little bit of the copper marker. I mentioned in my other video, this is not my favorite dancer template. For some reason, I always struggle to get her bun and her face done well, but she's the one that fits on this canvas. So I'm back for day 3. I loved this dancer and her dress. One foot ended up being a little too wide, so I tried to trim it with the white paint, but it made a mess. And maybe I should have just left her alone with one wide foot. And you'll be able to see a shadow where the white paint went over the black when I finish. I mean, maybe I could fix it with several more coats, but since I'm just kind of testing this out, I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to use this copper marker to draw in a one shoulder sleeve. Oh, what is that called? If you know what that's called, can you just put it in the comments? Because I don't know. And then I'm trying to be really delicate with the paint because I don't want to make it too big. And then I'm going to use the copper paint to put little dots on her bun to kind of set it apart so you can see that it's her hair. And then I'm going to give her her point shoes. And I think I'm going to do that in the copper as well. I just think it covers the black really nice, and it's a really pretty color. I am torn between the flowy dress from the last painting and the fluffy dress that's in this one. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Tell me which one you think is better. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you like and subscribe if you would like to see more of these paintings.